these are my predictions for who will see out 2025 as the respective champions in their division. As we can see, we're looking at the athlete rankings. We'll start off with, let's get the women out the way. We're not here to see much of the women. We don't care. We don't give a toss, mate. Sorry, not sorry. Strawweight. So, with the strawweight division, we saw, I think some people were talking about Zhang Weili. You got the fellow Chinese ladette, I should say, that said that she would be tested with wrestling by Tatiana Suarez. But, in that fight, Zhang Weili pretty much out-wrestled her. Better fight IQ, better... I think she's just better all round. There wasn't anything I could say that would sway my opinion on that anyone that could come around and beat Zhang Weili and take the strap off her. There's no names on this list. There's no one here that I look at that makes me go, wow, this is a contender for Zhang Weili. There was, I probably would have said Yan Xiaonan. I think, am I pronouncing her name properly? I think maybe another Chinese woman might stand a chance. But, then again, she's already lost against Weili. She's probably going to have to fight her way back up the rankings. She lost to, I don't even know who that is, I'll be honest, Jan Rioba. I don't follow the women's division too much. But yeah, there's nothing that makes me go, wow, this person can definitely take out Zhang. So keep it short and sweet on the strawweight division. Zhang Weili will remain the champion by the end of the year. I don't see anyone beating her. Moving on swiftly to flyweight. Valentina Shevchenko. We've got a fight coming up tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, wherever you're watching it, whatever time you're watching it, wherever you are. We've got Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. And again, this fight is pretty tough. I think Fiorot's got pretty good fight IQ. She's not one to rush in and do something stupid. She'll take her time and be composed and fight like a real fighter should. With that being said, Valentina's been in the game for quite a while now. She's been a champion for a minute. She lost her belt, got her belt back against Alexa Grasso, and she'll probably go down as one of the greatest female fighters in the history of the sport. I don't see how Fiorot could possibly beat her. I think, yeah, she's got a good jab. Yeah, she's got good Muay Thai and striking. But so does Valentina. Whatever Manon has, Fiorot has, Valentina's got, maybe even better. So, aside from the fight taking place between these two ladies, I don't think there's also anyone else that could maybe give her issues. I was thinking potentially Rose Namajunas, but with Rose, she's also not there. I don't think she can stand with Valentina's strength. I think the strength is a massive factor. Rose isn't actually physically imposing. And when you're relatively similar in skill, strength is then the next factor you look at. So, again, outside this fight, however way this fight plays out, I do believe Valentina is going to win today or tomorrow night, whenever you're watching this. She will probably stay the champ by the end of the year. I don't see anyone else beating her. There's names on this list, but none of them, like I said, with the Zhang Weili list, none of them makes me go, wow, this one could do the job. Tracy Cortez, still up and coming, nothing special. Doesn't make me go, yeah, she's the one. Jessica Andrade, she's getting pretty old now. Macy Barber, Erin, I think they need to rack up 1-2 more wins before they can probably challenge Valentino. They're not that special, I'll be honest. I was not overlooking anything. But yeah, that's about it for the flyweight division. Moving on to bantamweight. I believe we've got Kayla Harrison challenging Juliana Pena for the strap. And this one here, this she-male, sorry guys, I just had to say that, she will, I'm afraid, beat Pena. Yeah, June 8th. She will beat Pena. Look at the size of her, man. She's bigger than most flyweights, mate. She's bigger than Alexandra Pantoja. Look at the size of her, man. Her arms are bigger than mine. It's crazy. She's got veins popping out of her arms. Serious judo fighter, and physically a lot more imposing. So I don't think there's anything you could say that can sway my opinion in terms of who wins between Pena and Harrison. Of course, there's people will talk about Pena's performance against Amanda Nunes back in, I think, 2021, how she somehow got the win. But we all know that Amanda Nunes got that back in blood. So some could, chalk up to a fluke. Harrison will most likely beat Pena. She will take her out and she will remain the champ for a very, very long time. This division is pretty stagnant, if I'm honest. There's not many guys that are always, I say guys, there's not many ladies here fighting. Aline Perez, is this? I was about to say, is this Pereira's sister? It's not. That's someone else. There's no one. This division is pretty stagnant. There's not many fights that are taking place all the time here. So Kayla Harrison will probably hold the belt. She'll probably beat Pena, and then she might defend in around October time against maybe Raquel Pennington, and we'll probably call it a day from then. Yeah, I don't see anyone beating Kayla Harrison once she's challenged for the belt. Moving swiftly to, finally, now we're talking, the men's division. Flyweight. Now look, we've had Alexandre Pantoja as a champion now for a while. I think he's got 4 defenses. Maybe, if I'm not mistaken, can I click on him? No, maybe, yes. He's got, how many defenses has he got now? He beat what was it? Moreno for the belt, grabbed the belt 1, 2, 3. No, he's defended the belt 3 or 4 times now. I'm getting a bit mixed up now. I'm pretty sure he took the belt off Moreno. Yeah, split decision. He took the belt off Moreno. So this man, unfortunately, doesn't get much hype. He's just, these smaller dudes in these divisions, Brandon Moreno, Royval, Amir Albazi, Kai Kara France, they don't get much hype. I know Cape had a bit of something going around for him when he was challenging Izzy, or he was, having a go at Izzy at the press conference a little while ago. But there's no one here. Again, Brandon Moreno's fought Pantoja before. He lost a split decision. I believe they rematched again and he lost. Or they were about they're looking to do another fight. Unless I'm bugging. I think I'm bugging. I've got too many things going on in my mind. It was Figgy. I'm thinking of Figgy, man. I think we could potentially have another banger of a fight when Moreno does get the shot against Pantoja. Amir Albazi's, I think, got the title shot next, if I'm not mistaken. He's not going to do much. I don't think he's going to do anything special. No, he doesn't. I'm completely off. I'm completely off it today. So what's next for Amir Albazi? I'm confused. What's next for him? And what's next for Pantoja? There's nothing confirmed, is it? Yeah, there's nothing confirmed. He beat that new kid, Kaya Sakura. Just got a title shot almost immediately. But yeah, it goes to show, if someone that just joined the UFC is getting a title shot immediately, it goes to show that there's probably not many fellas here that can challenge Pantoja for the belt. Royval lost to him. Moreno lost to him. Albazi, well, he lost to a contender. Kai Kara France, he's just not going to cut it. Manel Cape lost to Pantoja right before they fought for the belt. Perez, not the greatest. Steve Ursa, give it a rest. Bruno Silva, who is that guy? Ramazan Tamirov, I don't know who this fella is, if I'm honest. I don't know who this fella is. Could be one to watch, but I'm not going to write him off immediately. And of course, Kaya Sakura. So I think this fella will stay a champion for a very, very long time, unless somehow the UFC signs someone special. That's it. Yeah, flyweight, done and dusted. We're moving on to bantamweight. Bantamweight, Merab Dvalishvili, the Georgian that just doesn't get tired, man. This guy, hey guys, I fight for the belt. UFC give me title shot now. I love my country, Georgia. It's like with this guy's speeches, he rambles on and on and on. His performance against Umar Nurmagomedov was impressive, man. Was maybe I'm hyping up a bit too much. I think he done a bit too much showboating, which favored the judges, or if it didn't favor the judges, it favored the audience, and it swayed them in Merab's favor because aside from getting the takedowns, he wasn't doing much with it. He wasn't looking for submissions. He wasn't looking to do ground and pound or work on the ground and hold him down. He would just take down him and he would get back up. Umar would get back up. Merab would take him down and Umar would be right back up again. And well, we're told that Umar did break his hand. I think it was in the first or second round. And I scored the fight 3-2 in favor of Merab. So this one is a bit tough to call. If Umar does somehow get the title shot by the end of the year, again, I think he does beat Merab. Merab's already beaten Sean O'Malley. He beat PTR and he absolutely instilled fear in Jan with those takedowns. Excuse me. Corey Sandhagen will just get ragdolled. Song Yadong, not all that. Davis Figueiredo is just a bit too small. He's relatively big for flyweight, but not big enough for bantamweight. And again, ground game is a bit questionable. Marlon Vera give it a rest. Rob Font washed. Henry Cejudo already lost. Batista, let's not even talk about him. And then the rest of the list, they're just not there. So when we're looking at numbers 1 to 6, Merab will probably be every single one here, aside from Umar in the rematch. I think in the rematch, Umar could potentially get the win and get that belt in style. So this is an extremely tough one to call. We're in May right now. He's facing O'Malley in June, and we haven't got any fight news yet on Umar. So if Umar gets a fight against, we need him to fight. If he can fight a contender, if Umar can fight Jan, I think they were having little talks about it. If he can fight Jan and he can get a victory in the next few months, and then Merab will most likely beat, what's it called, Sean O'Malley again. Well, not again, but well, yeah, again. What am I talking about? What's wrong with me? I was right. Merab will beat Sean O'Malley again. Jan will lose to Umar, and then maybe we can set this fight up again, and the UFC can say Dana White or Sean Shelby or Hunter can say, you know what, let's make these two fellas fight again towards like November, December time. So my prediction, my hot take will be Umar as the bantamweight champion. Let's move on. Enough rambling on the bantamweight division. Let's go on to the featherweight division. Alexander Volkanovski, this Baldy man, this Aussie. Yeah, Mike, I did tell you, Mike, I'm getting the belt back, Mike. He got the belt back in impressive performance. Put on a good fight, displayed really, really high fight IQ against Diego Lopez. Max Holloway is ranked number 1, but he has vacated the division. He's not fighting in featherweight anymore, so maybe they need to update his rankings. And Volkanovski's already got wins over Yair Rodriguez as well. Yair Rodriguez, Diego Lopez, Max Holloway. So, and he's beating Brian Ortega too. I think, you know what, I really, really would like to see Aljamain Sterling challenge for the belt. Aljamain Sterling is really, really good. His antics in featherweight, in bantamweight, kind of tarnished his name, especially with the whole, knee in the head situation against Jan. But really and truly, if we're being honest with ourselves, Mr. Backpack is really, really good, man. Impressive. His performance against Movsar Evloev, even though Evloev did get the win, was an extremely high-level grappling match. I know, of course, it's MMA. You can do whatever you want, grapple, strike, whatever. But it was mainly grappling. It was grappling intense, and for the person that enjoys actual MMA and he enjoys all bases, especially the one that enjoys grappling, that if you haven't watched that fight, I would really, really recommend you to go back and watch that fight, or the highlights at least, because it was an impressive performance from the two gentlemen. This one's a bit difficult, if I'm being honest, to predict, because I was thinking Evloev could probably get the belt. Volkanovski's got incredible fight IQ, but he's also nearing the end of his career. He's 36. or he's about to turn 36, I believe. Because I remember commentators were making a statement. How old is he again? I've completely forgotten. He's 36. So he's nearing the end of his career. He'll probably slow down. He's obviously suffered 2 brutal knockout losses back to back by Islam and Ilya. He can be a bit chinny. So it's interesting because I want to see this fight. I want to see how he does against Mofsa or against Aljamain as well. But Mofsa's a lot higher. I think this is extremely tough to call, man. I think, you know what, Mofsa can get the job done. I think Mofsa, if he can take him down, Volkanovski proved to be very difficult when it came to their takedowns. He proved against Islam when he moved up a weight class, Islam couldn't take him down as easy. And we both know, not both, but we all know Islam is extremely strong. He's a big lightweight in his division. And he struggled to keep Volkanovski down on the floor. But Evloev's wrestling is extremely high level, so I really would like to see how that fight plays out. So it's a bit of a hot take, but I'll probably say Evloev will see out. Well, he's ranked number 4. Does he have any? He hasn't got any next fight booked. He'll probably need to fight one of these fellas here, Diego Lopez or someone, move up the ranking and then challenge Volkanovski. So I think by around December as well, November, December, we could see Evloev challenging Volkanovski for the belt, and he will appear to be victorious, in my honest opinion. But yeah, that's the featherweight division done. Move on to lightweight. Look, man, this is pretty self-explanatory. Even though Makhachev has spoken about moving up a weight class, and it's all dependent on who wins today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, I don't think he'll vacate the belt. I think he'll just jump between 2 divisions. He's just a bad man like that. He's just that guy. Hey, brother, I have this belt. I'm long title defense. I beat Habib. I have 4 title defense, 3 title defense, 4. However many I have. Let me fight JDM and then I come back down. Islam is just a guy. He just has aura. He's already ticked off some serious names on this list. Took out Charles Oliveira in the second round back in 2022. Dustin Poirier round 5, Darce choke. Dan Hooker already lost to him earlier on in his career. Who else? Renato Moicano, that was first round, done and dusted. And he already beat Volkanovski twice. The alleged one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world at the time. So that just leaves really and truly number 1 and number 3, because Max Holloway is... I don't think Max Holloway has that much to give Islam on the ground. Islam will just shoot for the takedown, take him down, and probably submit him by round 2. These are the 2 fights I'm interested in. Granted, even though Max did knock out Justin, because Justin is slightly bigger, I'm more intrigued to see this fight. Islam versus Justin and Islam versus Sarukian. But the bigger question that everyone is probably asking themselves, how is he not mentioned? Islam versus Ilya. Islam versus Ilya Topuria, man. Again, I do favour Islam. I think Islam can probably get a submission in the 3rd round. Maybe 4th. I don't see it going past 4 rounds. Islam will probably submit Topuria, and I think if he does stay in the division, because we'll get to this guy in a second, he will probably stay in his division and not move up for reasons that I'm about to discuss. After he's beaten Topuria, he will come and take on Sarukian. Sarukian will probably have to fight Charles, and he'll probably get the win. They already fought each other, so he'll probably get the win. Actually, no, Sarukian will probably have to fight someone like Gaethje. So Islam will beat Topuria, probably fight one more time by the end of the year, and he'll probably fight Sarukian, because Sarukian is probably the 2nd best in this division. And then we'll call it a day, yeah. Islam will remain the champion by the end of the year. I don't see anyone on this list taking him out. It's impossible, man. It's literally virtually impossible unless you land some lucky shot. Yep, moving on to welterweight. Rambled on. This video was meant to be a lot shorter than I anticipated. But yeah, we got the main man, Belal Muhammad. Belal, remember the name Muhammad. Fighting in a few hours. I'm ecstatic because I know that this fight here is monumental and it is extremely important for where this division is heading. If, everyone knows what's going to happen if Belal loses, Islam moves up, takes on JDM. If Belal wins, we get the banger of a fight, Islam versus Ilya. So it's essentially a win-win for me because I would like to see him dispatch that little gremlin that Topuria is. Belal is extremely dominant. He's a high-pressure fighter, hands like Canelo, and allegedly. I'll argue with your mum on that. I don't care what you think. And he's dispatched Sean Brady in style. He beat Leon Edwards relatively, I don't want to say easily, but it was a dominant victory. Usman is on his way out, and then we've got JDM. We'll talk about Shafka in a second. So his fight against JDM, I've already discussed the breakdown between them two. I think Belal will cruise to a UD, a unanimous decision. As great of a boxer as Jack Della Maddalena is, I don't see him beating Belal. I think Belal's got insane cardio, even though JDM doesn't really slow down. Belal's just a lot better conditioned, and his wrestling will favour him highly, greatly, whatever. Shavkat Rakhmonov, the man that many people predict that can probably beat Belal Muhammad. Unfortunately, man, he has been fraud checked. Ian Machado Gary put on a good performance against Shavkat, even though he did lose to Shavkat. Shavkat did win. It wasn't impressive by all means. It wasn't really an impressive performance. It didn't make me go, wow, this guy really has it. So for reasons as I've just stated now, and for Shavkat also having a bit of a leaving himself up against Geoff Neal. I know Geoff Neal has hands of steel, as his nickname suggests. He's really strong and powerful. He rocks Shavkat quite a few times. Granted, Shavkat got the finish. He got a submission. I haven't seen much of his ground game. I don't think he's that great on ground. Against Ian Gary, it was okay. It wasn't anything special. So Belal would just maul him on the ground, man. Belal would, again, cruise to UD. I don't see Belal finishing Shavkat. It'll probably be sitting on top of him and cruising to a UD. Leon Edwards and, number one ranked Sean Brady, forget about them. Joaquin Buckley, he's got a fight coming up with Usman, but I do think Usman will probably win. And then Burns, Covington, Burns already lost to Belal. Colby Covington just isn't as strong as Belal, and the cardios are pretty similar, but I think I'd still favour Belal. Stephen Thompson and these guys, Belal's already beaten. Rest of these guys are fodder, so just, yeah. Belal will stay the champion by the end of the year, 100%. Middleweight, man. Middleweight is one division that I'm also looking really, really forward to outside the lightweight division. After the lightweight division, I'm really looking forward to the middleweight division. Why? Because my man, Khamzat Chimaev, is going to be taking on, well, it's not confirmed, but pretty much confirmed as flipping, what's it called? As Dracus du Plessis came out and said there's 2 fight dates, and he agreed to both of them. So this fella here, as strong and as durable and as well-rounded of a fighter he is, I believe Khamzat Chimaev will win. It will be an extremely tough fight. It will be a dog fight. And if Khamzat doesn't get a submission earlier on in the fight, I think I'll be extremely worried, and so would the fans as well if they're rooting for Khamzat. Nasruddin Imavov, Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, these guys here, I don't think they stand a chance against Dricus du Plessis. Of course, DDP already beat Robert Whittaker. He already beat Israel Adesanya. He already beat Sean Strickland. And Nasruddin Imavov will probably be a similar story. So in this division, if Khamzat can get the job done, he will remain the champion by the end of the year. I don't see anyone beating him. The Imavov fight against Khamzat will probably be an interesting one. But this is the toughest fight in this division that you can make. It'll be an extremely close fight, Chimaev versus du Plessis. But I think Chimaev can probably get the job done. He really, really wants it. But so does DDP, man. This guy's just got plot armor. It's insane how he fights. He fights like a drunken master, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Chimaev champion by the end of the year. Moving on to light heavyweight. Magomed Ankalaev. This fight here, I was really pleased to see how he beat Alex Pereira. It wasn't by too much wrestling. Of course, it was clinch work against the cage. There's quite a bit of that. But he also did hurt Pereira on the feet really badly. And I think it was in round 2. This division here is similar to the earlier women's division I was talking about. These higher weight, light heavyweight and heavyweight, it's a bit outside of these top contenders. There's no one else that really makes you go, wow, there's contenders out there. There's quite a big list of contenders as there is in, for example, lightweight. So in light heavyweight, Pereira got fraud checked. He's only known as a striker. We finally got someone like Magomed Ankalaev that's a well-rounded MMA fighter, took care of this supposed black magic voodoo bullshit guy. So Pereira's out of the picture now. Yuri Prohashka is just too. He leaves himself too open. He's already lost brutally to Pereira, and he'll lose again to Ankalaev, and he could probably get knocked out as well. Ankalaev could probably cruise to a UD, but he could also score the knockout over Yuri Prohashka. Jamal Hill as well, okay fighter, nothing special, nothing that makes me go, yeah, he's the one. Jan Blachowicz, he had a tough fight against the number one contender Pereira, and allegedly won. But again, nothing that makes me think, yeah, he's got it against Ankalaev. I think they've already fought previously before. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, so they fought back in 2022 and it was a draw. And Blachowicz did really hurt Ankalaev's feet in that fight, or his legs, whatever you want to call it. But Ankalaev's improved a lot, and Jan is like 38, 39 now, so he's getting pretty old. I know you can be old in the heavier divisions and he'll be fine. But age favours Ankalaev, and he's a lot more well-rounded. And then the rest of the fighters on this list, Rakic and Khalil and Dominic Reyes, none of them really present a threat to Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev is just better all round. So yes, Ankalaev will stay the champion by the end of the year. And then we've got a fight that everyone is probably, I don't know if it's more hyped than the Ilya Islam fight. It could be. But we've got an interim champion that's been an interim champion for a really, really long time now. And then we've got a man that's just holding up the division, Jon Jones, the alleged greatest of all time. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this, because this man is just holding up the division. He's not really doing much with it. He's refusing to fight. So what do we do? Where do we go from here? If they do fight, theoretically, I think you know what? This is a really hot take. I think Jon Jones gets the job done. I think Jon Jones wins. I'm really interested to see how Tom Aspinall wrestles, but I think Jon Jones can probably hold him on the ground as well. I really do think so, man. It's a really hot take. It's an extremely hot take of mine, but Jon Jones can win. People have been writing him off, but he can do it. Those calf kicks, those elbows, the takedowns. He has a wide arsenal. He has a wide tool set. So when you pair all of them together, what'd you get? You get Jon Jones, mate. Division is, yeah. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm very disappointed in this division. Cyril Gane forechecked against Jon Jones, looked absolutely starstruck when they fought. Volkov, give it a rest. Pavlovich, I was disappointed because I thought this guy here that has extreme power, this guy that has insane power would probably dispatch someone like Volkov. And I even I was rooting for Pavlovich against Aspinall. I thought Pavlovich would probably get the job done, but I was wrong. So this man, he probably just has knockout power. That's all about it. He's nothing special. Taito Ivasa, give it a rest. Derek Lewis, again, power. And then Shamil, we all love Shamil Gaziev, so maybe he could become the number 1, number 2 contender soon. But that's about it, yeah. Jon Jones will probably he'll probably see out the year as a champion. If he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, I'll probably just cling onto that belt like a waste man he is. But yeah, these are my predictions. Again, if you agree, comment down below that you do agree. If you disagree, let me know what you disagree with and why. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to my takes. Please enjoy the rest of your night, day, evening, wherever you're watching from. Much love.